All right, welcome back to Ottolini Cuisine. Tonight we're doing what we call semi-street legal. We're in the street. It's semi-legal. I don't think we're allowed to have fires out here, and we're all pretty far apart from each other, so that seems okay. We've got a car over here, one of the most classic Mercedes-Benz, helping advertise for Kingsford Original Charcoal, which is a fantastic thing. We've got Irish whiskey going here just to make sure there's the proper liquid to help marinate some of the foods if we need so. So here we've got these unbelievably beautiful lamb chops, and these things are lightly marinated in a tiny bit of balsamic vinegar with rosemary, thyme, and onion powder. And so those things are going to have that, that's going to suck up that rosemary. It's going to be great. The chickens are in a similar type thing. It's got a lot of thyme, garlic, onion powder, and the famous Tony's. Tony's should go on every piece of chicken that you ever have in your life, and then you can add little bits and things. What we've got here is we've got our roasted peppers, which we've done out here in the street before, and we've got our roasted onions, and look at this blooming onion. She's blooming just beautifully. Once all this stuff comes off the grill, we're gonna roll into this grilled romaine. This whole entire head of romaine is gonna go on top of the grill, where it's gonna crisp up the outside edges. Then we're gonna take it over here, we're gonna do a chop, and we're gonna put this light balsamic mustard vinaigrette that we made with some Dijon mustard. So when you're making your vinaigrettes, the easiest thing to remember is it's going to be about 1 part or 4 parts olive oil to 1 part acid. So you can use lemon, you can use any kind of vinegar you want. Then you add the mustard. The mustard is a vinegar-based item anyway, so you're adding that little bit more vinegar. The idea with the vinaigrette is you want to taste it. And so we've got the mustard vinaigrette over here. And the classic thing that you've got to understand about vinaigrettes is it's basically 4 parts olive oil, 1 part acid. The acid can be lemon, balsamic vinegar, red wine vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and to be honest with you, I've got every single one of those vinegars in there. And then along with that, I've got the Dijon mustard, which has a little bit of vinegar in it. So it's real important. You can emulsify it where it all starts to come together, and then you can taste it, and you'll know. You'll know if you need more acid or not. So all of this is going to come out. And just a quick little glance over here around the other side. This is just kind of a professional barbecue tip. When you're barbecuing a whole lot of food, the worst thing you can do is run out of gas. You can't just turn it on or switch a propane tank. If your coal's starting to get weak, you can't cook properly. So always have a backup bunch of coals, hot coals ready. And if that ever gets weak and you need more power, you lift that grate up, boom, you've got instant heat. You've got another hour to cook. So always have your backup coals. Now we'll be right back with you once we get this off and we start to grill the romaine. Ciao for now. So a little bit about the barbecue, the simple little barbecue. We all know in California we say the word barbecue and that'll really piss off people on the other side of the Mississippi River, because back there is barbecue, out here is grill. So barbecue is back there is more of a noun, out here it's more of a verb. We use barbecue like we use the word grilling. But what's amazing about these little units, and I think the Weber has probably been sold more than any other barbecue in the entire world, is the uniqueness of what you can do with this. So you got a couple of, I showed you before about how you can increase your heat by adding coal. That's it. That's all you got to do. No gas. But what's cool is right here is just like a stovetop. You can do everything you can do in the stovetop. You can put pots and pans, but then you say, oh my God, but what if I have to bake something? What if I need the oven? We got to run back in the house and turn the oven on? I forgot. But then we say, no, we just grab this right here and we have an oven. The beauty about the Weber, though, is you can turn this into a smoker if you want. These little gauges on top here, just the little movement of these guys here to open up those holes halfway or all the way, and there's ones underneath it. You can control the temperature, the smoke, the heat, and everything just on this little unit. So, God bless you in the Midwest. We totally appreciate your barbecue. I know we grill out here, but we understand the difference between barbecue and grill, and we can turn it into a barbecue if we need to. So thank you very much. This is how we do semi-street legal barbecues. Line up the cars, put our table and barbecue in between, have our house over there and our family, and our neighbor's house over here and their family, more than 6 feet apart, but sharing a great meal. We're all 6 feet away from the barbecue at all times. The only things that are not following the rules are these damn chickens and pieces of meat. They're all huddled together like we used to do, but no more. Now we've got the meat all cooked up. All the meat flavors are so beautiful, and all those onions and peppers that I've decided to pile it all on top of the onions and peppers So the juices of both meats go into that. And so the flavors of the vegetables will be exotic, to say the least. But that also, what that does is that gives us room to begin to grill our romaine. And when I say grill the romaine, I'm literally going to put this romaine on the grill. Now, you've got an entire meal. You've seen me do sheet pan dinners before. This is a grill dinner. The whole entire meal is on the grill. How much better can you get than that? Wait till you see when it comes off the grill, because that's when it gets fun. So I flipped the romaine. We've got a little bit of oil on that one. But what you do here, because this will caramelize on here, because it's got that balsamic and all that, and a little bit of sugar in there. So you get a little bit of this vinaigrette on the salad while it's cooking. And again, the vinaigrette, 4 parts oil, 1 part acid. And again, the acid can be anything. What I did in this one is olive oil, and I used 3 vinegars: balsamic vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and red wine vinegar. You put a little pinch of sugar, a little bit of salt and pepper. I've got a little bit of thyme in this one. And then you emulsify it. You get that whole thing going. Again, you could put lemon, you could put whatever, but that's our vinaigrette for tonight. And see, you can smell the vinegar and you can smell the oil. It's beautiful. But there we have it, roasting away. And when that gets turned one more time, we take it over here, we chop it, and dinner is served. So, ready? Here we go. We're pulling off the romaine. All you do here, you pull off that romaine like so. We're gonna give it a little chop chop. Get it nice and long ways. We probably won't need that piece there, but then right down the spine of the romaine and down the other side, so you can kind of get it in 4. And then, boom, it's got a little smokiness in the middle, a little grill on the outside, warmed up a little bit, which will help emulsify all those oils and stuff that are gonna go into it. So there's a half a salad. Here comes the rest. Boom. Again, this is semi-street legal. I'm not sure which part is illegal, but I know the semi. It's our street, our meat.
Oh my God.
Cameramans are not allowed to laugh, please. This is a professional experience.
Camera person.
Yeah, no, in my world, they're all cameramen. That was the word. If you look it in the dictionary, you don't see camera woman. God bless the woman with the camera, and she deserves a tremendous amount of credit. But the word in the dictionary is cameraman. So what we're going to do now is this is shaved Parmesan. Shaved Parmesan is just going to sprinkle from the heavens onto our green goddess salad. We're going to get our vinaigrette. We're going to make that. Oh, Maddie likes it. She loves the word vinaigrette. Get a little vinaigrette on there. A little bit. So toss. Maybe one more. Bam! That was for Emerald. And the other one for Emerald, be aware, smell-o-vision is on the way. Okay, now we're gonna roll over into the meat section. Meat section's kind of easy because meat's done. Whoa, look out. We got lamb chops.
Wow. Dear Lord.
Just relax. We're on the middle of a street. You don't think somebody might come by that's hungry? Could happen. Chicken. Look at that. I didn't have to put any more coals on this thing. It's still burning like a hot stove. Like in a, what's the name of my oven again? I forgot.
Viking.
Oh, I know, but I gave it a name the other day. It's American Muscle.
Oh my God.
You can actually, look at that. Look at across the street right there with the camera. There's American Muscle right there. Doesn't that look like my stove? All white. All that chicken like that. All this meat like that. And then Kokorian onions. These are world famous in these parts. There's a man that can eat more onions than anybody else in this street. I was in a restaurant with this guy one time, and he made such a big deal about the onions that the waiter, or the cook actually, went out back where they had a planting in the back, And he actually picked an onion and sliced the onion and put it on his thing. You got to know Doug, and you'll know why.
I ate it.
I ate the whole thing. And then we got the peppers.
Oh my goodness.
Lamb chops, roasted peppers, roasted onions, the Korean style, and barbecue chicken. We've got some great barbecue sauces. I'm going to give one little shout out here. These barbecue sauces are from Beechwood Barbecue, one of the greatest barbecues in town. It's over in Seal Beach on Main Street. I highly suggest you go there for their barbecue. Other than that, we might get some film of us eating, but that is what we call semi-street legal. Our meat, our street.